The works of Satan. He has given us the victory. That's why we sing. We'll say it. What God has done. The works of Satan. He has the victory. That's why we sing. Oh, say it. Oh, say it. Oh, say it. Now we know. Oh, say it. Now we know. Now we know. Say yes. Say yes. Of Jesus. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Now we know. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Glory, 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 your glory, 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 your glory, 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 pour out your glory, 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 glory.
Jerusalem.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is Oluwatosin Olajumoke Arodudu. This is, if you're watching from the Today's Women's Discovery talk show, this is Oluwatosin Olajumoke Arodudu, the creative director of Hadar Creations. This program is powered by Hadar Creations, and I'm the creative director of Hadar Creations. Hadar Creations is a publishing, design, and brand development company. Our core niche in Hadar Creations is publishing books, designing t-shirts, putting inspirational words on t-shirts, which we call t-shirt inspiration, designing logos, creating a brand identity for your brand, and giving your brand visibility by building a solid business identity for your brand. That is what we do at Hadar Creations. However, today's Women's Discovery talk show is a section of Hadar Creations. It's like a corporate social responsibility as an organization, where we provide coaching and mentoring services for people, most especially women, so that they can find themselves, work in their full identity, and through this, being able to build a solid economic power for themselves and their family. So that is one of our core responsibility as an organization in Hadar Creations, by organizing the Today's Women's Discovery talk show, a platform where we do coaching and mentoring and a lot of book reading. I'm the author of the power book titled Identity. We've been talking about identity ever since the year began. It's a book on self-discovery, purpose, and leadership. Please excuse me. Let me get the book for you so that I can show you shortly. Okay. So this is the book Identity, published by Hadar Creations. Can you see? Published by Hadar Creations, the book on self-discovery, purpose, and leadership. If you want to find yourself, you want to walk in your full identity, you want to discover your purpose, the purpose for which you're created, then get a copy of Identity. It's just 5,000 naira only. It's available in hardcover. That means that the cover is even stronger than this one that we have here. Available in hardcover in Nigeria, and also available on Amazon. There is no ebook, it's just in printed copy. And we've had a lot of testimonies from people that have gotten a copy of Identity. It has changed lives. It has birthed purpose. It has created a lot of opportunities for women and even men that are ready to build economic power for themselves. If you don't find your identity, there is no way that you can find your purpose. So it is very important for each and every one of us to find our identity. But as the creative director of Hadar Creations, that was how I was able to build economic power for myself. I was able to find my identity, and thereafter I found my purpose. And today I've been able to grow economically. And this has, on the other hand, falling back on my family as a form of support system. So this is why this is why I say that today's Women Discovery Talk Show is our corporate social responsibility as a brand at Hadar Creations, to provide coaching and mentoring for people so that they can find themselves and build economic power for themselves through their purpose and through their skills. So before I, go far too much in talking about Hadar Creations, let's go straight to the topic, because we are operating strictly by time today. So our topic today is self-worth. Self-worth. That's our topic for today. Okay. Self-worth. We don't have anyone online yet. Moderator, are you there? Is our moderator there to moderate this program? Kemi, are you there? I can't see anyone online. Anyway, let me go on. So what exactly is self-worth? Let me put comments so that I can. Let me put comments so that I can see whoever is making comments on the listing. Okay, no comments yet. So let's go on. Let's start and go on with the program. Self-worth can be defined as the sense of one's value. the sense of one's value, the respect you have for yourself, and the knowing that you deserve to be treated with respect. That's just what self-worth is all about. The sense of one's value, the respect you have for yourself, and the knowing that you deserve to be treated with respect. You know that you deserve to be treated with respect. The components of self-worth that I'll be talking about in this program today are just four. I just want to talk about four components of self-worth. Without these four components, you might not be able to build an appropriate self-worth for yourself. And these components are self-respect, self-esteem, self-love, and self-acceptance. With this, if you can master these four components, then your self-worth will be solidly intact. And when you have a strong self-worth, you're going to be able to live a wholesome life. So never mind the phone that is ringing, please. Let's just go on. So what exactly is self-respect? Self-respect is just as it is. If you look at the flyer on the Today's Woman's Discovery Talk Show page, if you're watching for the Today's Woman's Discovery Talk Show page, you'll see the flyer. I'm the creative director. I'm the lady in the flyer wearing a t-shirt that says that self-respect, the key to enjoying womanhood. That t-shirt was created by Hadar Creations. That's part of the things that we do at Hadar Creations t-shirt inspiration, to inspire people by writing motivational inscriptions on t-shirts. So that's, you can see, self-respect, the key to enjoying womanhood. So what exactly is self-respect? You respect yourself as much as you respect others. You respect yourself first, as much as you want to respect others. You create boundary for yourself. That's one of the components of self-respect. Create your boundary. Like, this is what I like. This is what I don't like. This is what I do. This is what I don't do. And be vocal about your boundary. Be vocal about your boundary. Don't just create a boundary for yourself and keep it in your mind. You have to let people know, this is acceptable for me. This is not acceptable for me. You stay in your lane and you help other people to maintain their own lane. That's part of self-respect. Stay in your lane. Whenever we say stay in your lane on social media, people will be like, oh, this person is snobbish. This person doesn't want to interact with other people. No, that's not what staying in your lane entails. Staying in your lane entails that you maintain your boundary. You maintain your boundary. Whatever it is you say, let it be what you do. Don't just say and not do. Say and do. Maintain your lane, respect yourself, map out your territory, and help other people to also maintain their own lane. Don't encroach on other people's territory without their permission. If someone tells you that, oh, this is my boundary and I don't want you to cross it, respect their boundary. Respecting people is also a part of self-respect. If someone gives you an instruction, this thing, I don't like it, don't do it. That's part of self-respect. And let's go on. If you don't respect yourself, you cannot build a solid self-worth. If you're online, please drop a comment. Pastor Vera, good evening, ma. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Can you hear me clearly, ma? Can you hear me clearly? Let me know. I'm using my phone, and I don't know if you can hear me clearly. But let me just go on. So self-respect is very key. You can't respect other people without respecting yourself. And it is the kind of respect that you give to yourself that would, that will flow out to other people. So make sure that you respect yourself. That's one of the first components of building a healthy self-worth. So before you command respect from others, you must first respect yourself. So secondly, we're going to be talking about self. Okay, thank you, ma. You can hear me loud and clear. Thank you very much, ma. Thank you for joining us. So happy to see you. Happy Sunday. God bless you, ma. So the second component of self-worth, in order to build a healthy self-worth, is self-acceptance. Many of us don't accept ourselves. We only accept the positive part of ourselves. Even some of the positive parts about us, we don't want to accept it. We don't want to believe it. We feel that we cannot be that good. So we downplay our positive aspects. Then our negative aspects, we condemn ourselves like, oh, I'm the worst person on earth. Nobody is going to like me. You must learn how to accept yourself totally. Your negative aspect, your positive aspect, accept everything. That is when you can now grow into a better person. If you deny your negative aspect, that means if you deny your imperfections, there is no way you can evolve into a better person. So thank you, man. So you must first accept that imperfection about yourself. Accept it. Tell yourself that, okay, this is the imperfect me. then look for ways in which you can evolve into a better person. So accept yourself, accept your weirdness, accept your imperfections, and love yourself totally. Love yourself. Self-love is key. Love yourself totally as you strive to be a better person. It is only when you accept both, the two sides of yourself, the good and the bad side of you, that you can now develop yourself into a better person. Yes, man, thank you for joining us, ma. So good to see you. Happy Sunday, ma. Thank you. So let's go on. How do you accept yourself? Without accepting yourself, you cannot build your self-worth. Without accepting yourself, you cannot build your self-worth. So I'm going to be talking about 6 key points to build self-acceptance. Many of us don't accept ourselves. We just, even the bad, the positive side of us, we don't accept it. We'll be like, oh, this is too, I can't be this good. This is a fluke. I can't believe that I'm this nice. We downplay our good sides. Then we elevate our bad sides. You must accept the whole of you. And these 6 components will help you in your journey of self-acceptance. Be kind to yourself. People cannot be horrible towards you outside there while you're also horrible to yourself. That's killing. That's terrible. So be kind to yourself. You are the greatest judge of yourself. So take it easy with yourself. You are growing. You are evolving into a better person. So take it easy with yourself as you build yourself day by day. Then confront your fears. Confront your fears. Don't hide from it when you discover that this thing, I'm fearful of this particular thing. Confront it. There's a saying that goes like this, that it is those things that we fear the most. If we are able to confront them, they are the ones that builds us into a higher version of ourselves. Like this live chat I'm doing now, there's someone that told me last year that I was going to be coming on a live video to coach and to mentor. I would deny it and say it's a lie, because I'm very jittery. I don't want to face the camera. I just felt that the highest part of me was to be a writer. But look at me today. I had to confront my fears. And kudos and thanks to Shiwakin Loton, my business mentor, who pushed me sometimes in March when I wanted to launch this book. And she told me that I had to go on a live video. And ever since then, when I was able to do it like 2-3 times, I was able to build courage even to come online to coach. And some of the things I've taught, people have reached out to me on how it has blessed them, and how I'm a good coach online, on video, this chat and all that. I can't believe it. Why? Because I confronted my fear of camera. So some of those things that we are afraid of, they don't mean anything. By the time you confront those fears, you realize that they don't even have the power as much as we have given to them. So confront your fears. That thing that makes you so afraid, do it. Those are the things that will launch you into a higher version of yourself. So number 3, stay positive. Don't be negative. There is a lot of negativity in the world. There's a lot of toxicity in the world, but stay positive. You make your environment positive. Surround yourself with positive people. Say positive things out of your mouth, even if it's negative inside there. Say something that is positive out of your mouth. Sanitize your environment with positivity. I love to be positive because it helps me from the inside. So stay positive and say positive things out of your mouth. Yes, confronting our fear brings us closer to our dreams. Exactly. We will be able to build self-confidence. Let me put this comment on the screen. Sister Kemi said that confronting our fear brings us closer to our dreams. We will be able to build confidence. Exactly. Coming on live was such a big deal for me before. When I see people do it, I admire them. I'm very like, oh my God, this person is so bold. This person is so confident, until I started to do it. And when we are confronting our fears, it doesn't mean that we are going to do it perfectly. It is allowed for you to fail at first when you are confronting your fears. It is allowed for you to do it to even mess things up. But as you confront your fears, you realize that you build self-confidence from the inside, and you evolve into a greater, higher self, which will be will bring in good returns to you and everyone that surrounds you. So accept your imperfections. The greatest lie we can tell to ourselves is when we lie to ourselves. The greatest lie in our lives is self-denial. So accept your imperfections. Okay, I'm not good in this aspect. Okay, I get annoyed easily. okay, I am not good in maintaining relationships. Tell yourself, once you have discovered this negative aspect of you, accept it by yourself, then begin to work towards being a better you. Begin to work towards evolving into a better version of you. So number 5, don't take your imperfections personally. You are not the worst person on earth. Don't condemn yourself or feel that, oh, everybody hates me because they now know my imperfections. I cannot blend it with people anymore. I'm ashamed of myself. I want to go and hide. No, 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 no. Don't do that to yourself. Accept your imperfections and make effort to evolve into a better you. Mama Dupe said that fear is just a Satan's weapon to deprive us of our joy and our dreams. Exactly, ma. It is the devil's tool to deprive us of our joy and our dreams. And when the devil deprives us of our joy and our dreams by giving us fear, we are also robbing other people that would have been blessed by our essence of what we can deliver if we overcome our fear. That is why you must not allow fear in your life. Confront that fear. It is extremely important. And number 6, believe in yourself. There was one thing that I heard from Bishop T.D. Jakes. He said, you can't be good in believing in God and be bad at believing in yourself. So as much as we believe in God, you must also believe in yourself. You can believe in God and say that, oh, God is going to help me, He's going to strengthen me, He's going to give me the right energy to be able to carry out this assignment. Then you go inside your room to sleep. No, you have to move. Action is part of confronting our fears. Move, take action, step out, and be bold. As much as you believe in God, believe in yourself, because the Bible says that I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. So you have to take action so that Christ can strengthen you as much as you take the action. So action is very important in believing in ourselves. So let's go on. Self-esteem. Your self-esteem, that's, we always say, she has a good self-esteem. That's the positive aspect of our nature. That is, you build that positive aspect of you. You allow that positive aspect of yourself to be the mental image that you would always have about yourself. Have you seen people that when you walk into a place, they are so bold, they have this belief that they are the best? That's how self-esteem works. You build your self-esteem. That is the mental picture that you should have of yourself, and it must be positive. Don't have a negative self image of yourself. If you have a negative self image of yourself, then it's going to give you a low self-esteem. So make sure that the image that you have about yourself is positive. Many of us women, we have negative pictures about ourselves. We still remember the voices of our critics when we were young. We remember the voices of our bullies when we were young. We remember the voices of the negative things that some of our parents have said to us. We remember the voices of our teachers. And these voices keep on ringing in our ears. What do? In turn, they kill our self-esteem. So you have to kill those voices. You have to heal yourself of this trauma. Go to God in prayers. All of us, in fact, everybody has one trauma or the other that they need to kill in their lives. So heal yourself from those trauma. Nobody's going to heal you. Go to God in prayers. Oh, this picture that flashes before my eyes every time, that makes me to lose the belief in myself, that makes me to believe that I'm not good enough. God, take those pictures away from my life. Pray about it. If you need to see a therapist, go and see a therapist. Some of these pictures, they are the devil's plans, the devil's strategies to derail our destiny. Because when you're about to do something good, the devil brings those pictures, they flash before your eyes, then you begin to get annoyed. You remember something that somebody has said to you years ago, things that you shouldn't even think about. Then you remember it, and you're supposed to take a step that will launch you into something big or something that will, that will elevate you. But that thought, that picture flashes before your eyes, then you derail. You become derailed. You begin to nurse past anger, past words that have been said to you. Heal yourself of your trauma. It is very, very important in order for us to live a wholesome life. Yes, when you heal yourself of this trauma, when you forget all these voices that has entered into your spirit right from when you were young, then you begin to grow. You begin to become a better version of yourself. You begin to come out of every kind of limitation. Yes, Mama Dupe said that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and that we should see made in God's image. This is the only word we must stand on. Exactly, ma. See yourself through God's eyes. Yes, I'm still going to get to that part. See yourself through God's eyes. What has God said about you? Don't see yourself through the eyes of anyone or whatever it is, or however people are describing you, or whatever it is that they are saying into your ears. No. Don't listen to that. See yourself through how God sees you. Yes, nothing in life. Other creations said that nothing in life is beyond prayer. Talk to God in prayer. See a therapist if you need to. Exactly. See a therapist if you need to get rid of those voices that are tormenting you. It is the devil's strategy to keep you in limitation and in bondage. So let's go on. 4 key points to build your self-esteem. You must affirm yourself positively and correctly always. Tell yourself good things about yourself. I'm a royal priesthood. I'm a chosen generation. I am blessed irrevocably. Rooms are made available unto me in pleasant places. I have a goodly heritage. Tell yourself I'm favored. I attract wealth. Good things are attracted to me. People favor me. Kings are going to be my foster father and queens my nursing mothers. Affirm yourself. Tell yourself great things, and you see that your mental picture about yourself and about life will begin to become positive. You would even, there is this power that it gives you when you affirm yourself positively. So let's go on. Identify your strengths and develop them. Identify your strengths and develop them. What am I good at? What can I do? Am I a good writer? Do I know how to encourage people? Do I know how to whatever it is that you're good at, develop it, magnify it, and begin to build on it. That's part of the ways that we can build our self-esteem. Master whatever it is you're doing. If you have a skill, be a master at that skill. If you run a business, make sure you know the nitty-gritty of that business so that no question will be thrown at you and you'll be looking like, those are the things that rob source of our self-worth. Make sure that you're a master at whatever it is that you're doing, so that your self-esteem will not be damaged when people are trying to criticize you. Because in this life, you're going to meet critics. It's part of the journey. Criticism is part of the process. Exactly. Ma Vera said that identify yourself and exactly, ma. Yes, ma. So let's go on. Learn to accept compliments. I've noticed that many of us women, we don't like to accept compliments. Somebody will say, your hair is nice. You'll be like, oh, which hair? Your hair is cheap. Oh, I got it at so amount. I beg, leave the hair, Joe. It's not fine. Your dress is fine. Which dress? Oh, that dress is fairly used to. You don't even want to know where I bought it. No, don't do that to yourself. Accept compliments. It doesn't make you proud. Some people will say that if you bask in too much compliment, then you are vain. No, that's not it. Somebody tells you something nice about yourself, tell them thank you. Thank you very much. And keep it sealed. You don't need to start downplaying the compliment that they are giving to you. These are the things that kills exactly, man. Accept compliments is very, very important. Many women don't like to accept compliments. They like to down. Even men, it's common to some men too. You tell them, oh, I like your shoe. Which shoe? This shoe that is it's from Abba. Is that what you're liking? I beg, leave the shoe, Jared. You don't need it. Accept compliments. Be happy when people compliment you. It's part of the deal. Then be gentle with yourself. Accept the fact that you are not perfect. And don't judge yourself by your imperfections. Then self-love. Everybody, all of us that were on this show and who are going to watch this program, you know what self-love is. Loving yourself. Loving yourself. The Bible says that love your neighbor as yourself. So that means that we must love ourselves. It is very important. If you do not love yourself, you can't give love to other people. It is what you can't give what you don't have. So it is very important that you love yourself, celebrate yourself, appreciate yourself. When you're like this, then it flows out to other people. So these are the 4 components of self-worth. We're going to go on now. Self-respect, self-acceptance, self-esteem, self-love. Those are the things that I'm discussing, those 4 components. There are very many. Self-confidence is part of it. Self-belief is part of it. But I just decided to take those 4 components because of our time. So self-worth must be built from the inside. When you have mastered these 4 components, then you realize that your self-worth would come out. It will come from the inside because you have accepted yourself, you respect yourself, you love yourself, then your self-esteem is built positively. Those are the things that makes up a healthy self-worth. So you need, if your self-worth is not enough, like you feel unworthy, then you need to begin the journey of rebuilding your self-worth. It is very, very important. Look at what the Bible says in Luke 12, verse 6 to 7. It says that, and not 5 sparrows sold for 2 pennies. and not one of them is forgotten before God. Before God. Why? Even the hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear not, you are more of value than the sparrows. A God that can number every strand of hair on our head. You should know that that God loves you totally. That God cherishes you. That God adores you. That God sees you as gold, as everything. So why should you now look down on yourself? Why should you judge yourself by what other people are saying about you? Why should you feel unworthy? Because the God that created you sees you as very, very worthy. Like the hair on your head is numbered by him. Oh my God. That is why you should not even allow the devil or anybody to make you feel unworthy of yourself. You are worthy to your creator. And you need to have that at the back of your mind every time. So let's Psalm 139, 13 to 15 says, for you formed my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it very well. My frame was not hidden from you. When I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth. So God has, before you were formed, the Lord knew you. He has mapped out your destiny. Some of the struggles that we face in life, it is the strategy of the enemy. That is why some of this, before the word of the Lord will even manifest in your life, you must have a form of belief. You must have faith. You must view yourself through the eyes of God. That is when you can even attract the blessings that the Lord directs into your life. So self-worth is extremely important in our lives. You are worthy, dear man and woman. You are not your situation, whatever it is you might be going through. And I want to say something. Some people, whenever they know that we are going through stuff, maybe you are going through some turbulent times, or you are going through some things. You are going through some things that that are very extremely turbulent. But at the same time, you still maintain your joy. You know what the Bible says about joy? It says, the joy of the Lord is my strength. When you have the joy of the Lord, there is this strength that it gives you. Even in the face of adversity, you are showing up, you are showing out, you are glowing, you are radiating the joy of the Lord. When some people say this, they'll be like, oh, see this one. Something is happening to her. Something is happening to him. He's coming here to pretend. It is not pretense. Don't let people send you into the abyss. Don't let them send you into hell. Anyone that says that to you, that you're pretending when you're radiating the joy of the Lord, remove them from your life. They are a contaminant to your joy. Surround yourself with people that understand that joy comes from the inside. You don't have to, your joy should not be because of what you see around you. Your joy should come from the inside. And this is peculiar to the children of the Lord, because our joy, the joy of the Lord is our strength. Our joy comes from the inside. And how can you be joyful even in the face of adversity? It is when you have learned how to see yourself through the eyes of the Lord, how to view your surroundings, your situation through the eyes of the Lord. So let's go on. I was raised, many people know this about me. I've written a book before from the perspective of the child. I was raised by a single mom. That means my mom was the one that raised us, when you raise children, not necessarily paying school fees and all that. That's what my dad was involved in that. But when you come raising children with values, I was raised by my mother right from when I was 2, my brother and I. And one of the things that my mom always say while we were growing up was that I would never look like my situation. The society wants me to be tying scarf over my ears because I'm separated from my husband. They want me to be looking sad and pitiful, but I would never give them that power. My mom, she lived her life. She was always happy, always looking good, always looking beautiful. You cannot demean her. You cannot judge her by a situation. You cannot make her feel little. She carried the joy of the Lord. She was always happy. She was looking even better than some of the people that were married and wanted to mock her. So you must not allow your situation to define your outlook. There's something that Joyce Meyer always says. He says, don't allow your feelings to dictate what you should do. There are some times that you don't even feel good, but you go out and show up. Let the joy of the Lord, let it radiate in your life. Then one of the things I want to say is that stop overrating people. Some of us, we like to overrate people a lot. At this point, let me run an advert, then I will come back shortly. I'll catch you guys shortly. Let me run an advert now. It's 5:30, and that was the plan.
nami ilondoloze, uhambe nami zungangishilana, Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze, uhambe nami zungangishilana, dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana, ilondoloze, zuhambe nami, dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana, ilondoloze, zuhambe nami, ilondoloze, ilondoloze.
Yes, welcome back. If you're just joining us, my name is Oluwatosin Olajumoke Arodudu, the creative director of Hadar Creations. And if you're watching from the Today's Women's Discovery Talk Show page, Today's Women's Discovery Talk Show is one of the corporate responsibility of Hadar Creations to coach and to mentor people into finding themselves in order to be able to build economic power for themselves, which would in turn cascade to giving their families and everyone around them a better life. So thank you for joining us, and we are happy to have you on the program. So the advert that we just played is from a sister. Her name is Sarah Okpeoluwa Onyiku. You can contact her. Her name has been posted in the comment section by Hadar Creations. You can contact her on Facebook with that name, or you can chat up that number if you want to get a leather slippers and a leather sandal for yourself. She makes them by herself, and they are solid and durable sandals and slippers that you would love. They are quite unique from the advert that we've just played. You know, we have a lot of creative people in Nigeria. We just pray that, you know, resources are made more available to them so that they can be able to evolve in their various businesses and their skills set. So let's go on. The last thing I said before we played we went on the short break was stop overrating people. Love people, celebrate people, admire people, respect people, but don't overrate them at your own detriment. Because sometimes, you know, it's not everyone that is mature. Some people are not mature and they don't have the fear of God. So when you overrate them, they begin to downgrade you. I've had that experience a lot. They begin to downgrade you. So respect people, appreciate people, but don't overrate them, thereby bringing yourself down. It normally backfires. Appreciate people, celebrate them, respect them, but you know, don't demean yourself in the process. Because oftentimes when we overrate people, we realize that some of the overrating we do, their audio, like this common street language that we use online, audio. They will say audio that's fake. So don't overrate people. Love people, respect people, celebrate people, admire people, be positive in the things that you say to people, but don't overrate them in the process, now demeaning yourself. You know, that's counterproductive. So that being said, be happy for people, celebrate others, but don't overrate them. Yes, we've said that. External validation does not boost your self-worth. A lot of people derive their self-worth from external validation. It doesn't boost your self-worth. Rather, it kills it. There's some people that, okay, you know, they've so much relied on social media accolades. So if they make a post and it generates comments, that's when they're happy. All of us have been there, because I remember that, not all of us anyway, many of us have been there. Don't let me generalize. I remember when I started writing, if I don't get comments on my post, I'll be sad and I'll be like, oh, people don't, maybe I didn't write it well. Maybe I wasn't communicating sense and all that. Fine. Nobody wants to put something online and people are not, you know, interacting with you. But that should not be what defines what you do. Some people, when they put a post and people are not interacting with them, but the comments there is low compared to what they used to have, they would delete that post. That's very, very bad. You are harming yourself. Learn how to clap for yourself. Either people clap for you or not. Because oftentimes when you rely on the validation of others, it backfires. Because once people smell it, that you thrive on their validation, they can pull the rug from under your feet at any time. That is why you should be yourself. Be happy. Either people clap for you or not. Learn how to clap for yourself. Learn how to celebrate yourself. Learn how to cheer yourself up. Don't wait for people to cheerlead you. Cheer yourself up. Be positive with yourself. Know that you are making sense. Develop yourself, and let your self-worth, let it come from the inside. Whatever it is that humans give to you, they can withdraw it anytime. And begin to ask yourself, if they remove everything that I am today, would my self-worth still be intact? Some people build their self-worth by material things. They judge their self-worth by the amount of money in their bank accounts. They judge their self-worth by the amount of achievement that they have made. It's not supposed to be so. If those things are removed today, who are you going to be? Are you still going to be able to stand? Yes, Kemi, thank you for joining us. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Learn how to celebrate yourself. Exactly. That's what Kemi has said. That we should learn how to celebrate. Don't wait for people to celebrate you. Everybody wants to be celebrated. Don't let's be, everybody wants to be celebrated. We like it when people celebrate. But you must also learn how to celebrate yourself. So that when people don't celebrate you because of maybe circumstances or whatever it is, it doesn't affect you. You are still moving on with your life. You are still doing what you're supposed to do. You are still showing up. Some people might just decide, they might just go into depression because they are not getting the accolades that they want from people. That's not supposed to be so. That's detrimental to your mental health. Don't cling to people's accolades, approval, or validation of you. It is detrimental to yourself. And that is why you see some people, they are happy when they are performing, maybe let's say like a celebrity. Maybe when they're out there, they look happy, they look joyful, they look in control. Then all of a sudden, you just hear that they've committed suicide. What happened? What was the problem? That is why your self-worth must come from the inside. When you rely on external factors to build your self-worth, you are going to be addicted to it. It's like an addiction. It's like an addiction. So we need to be careful. I tell myself this all the time. I call myself to order. Don't rely on external validation so much to the point that it becomes an addiction in your life. Either people are clapping for you or they are not clapping for you. You are doing what you're supposed to be doing. It is very important. Thank you, Ma'am Otukwe. Thank you so much. We are so happy to see you. So let's go on. Let's see. Yes, develop yourself. That's one of the things, one of the ways we can build our self-worth. Develop yourself. Don't remain stagnant. People are moving, they are developing themselves. If you remain stagnant, you're not going to be able to talk where people are talking. You're not going to be able to show up where people are showing up. It kills your self-worth when your mental capacity is not at par with the people that you're relating with. So you must develop yourself personally. Go on personal development journey. Read books. The best way to develop yourself, I won't lie to you, before online courses, read books. Get books in areas that you are interested in areas that you want to do. See, the greatest secrets of people's life, of how you can evolve into a better you, can be found in books. I'm not saying this because I'm a publisher. It is because I know the secrets. I know how many knowledge I've garnered through books. Then go on YouTube, listen to people that you admire, maybe motivational speakers. We are in an era where people mock motivational speakers, but I won't lie to you. The good thing, the ways that motivational messages have helped me in building my self-worth, I can't even describe it. Go and listen to TD Jakes, listen to Joyce Meyer, listen to all these motivational speakers that are positive. Me, I love to listen to Christian motivational speakers because they are the ones that inspire me. Look for them, listen to them. Let them, there's a way, there are some things that you know, but until you listen to authorities that have been proven over time, you will not develop a self-belief in that knowledge that you know, or that revelation that you have. So listen to these people, let them fine-tune you. Develop yourself. Personal development is key. Change your mindset. Be hungry for positive growth. Those are the ways you can build your self-worth. Read up. Ignorance is bad, though. Ignorance is bad. Let me just share a short story with us. I remember sometimes in 2008, that was when Obama was campaigning. Yes, Ma Modupe said that sing your own song, be your own cheerleader. Exactly, ma. Very important. Let me put the comment on the screen. Sing your own song, be your own cheerleader. Very, very important. If you don't cheer it is when you cheer yourself that you would even attract people in cheering you on. Exactly. Reading, Kemi said that reading damages ignorance. Exactly, Kemi. I know what reading has done to me, how it has helped me, to evolve mentally, to develop in diverse areas of my life. Some of the revelations I had when I wrote Identity, I was doubting myself at a point, like, oh, You know, that's one of the things that self-acceptance, why I say that self-acceptance is also important. I was doubting myself when I first wrote this book in 2018, until I started listening to proven speakers like TD Jakes, Joyce Meyer, saying some of the things that were revealed to me in this book. I didn't accept myself. I was like, oh, I'm not qualified to write a book as such as this, a book that is this powerful. I was telling myself that I'm not qualified to write it, until I started listening to those proven speakers and men of God. They were the ones that changed my mind, and I began to believe in myself the more. So let's go on. I remember in 2008 when Obama was campaigning and everybody knew it was Obama, Obama, Obama. Do you know that I was in obscurity? I didn't know who Obama was in 2008. And at this time, I had graduated as a lawyer. I think I was I in law school? We were about to finish law school or something. I didn't know who Obama was. So this particular day, I was among some people and we were talking, and a guy said, oh, they were showing CNN, and this guy was like, oh, Obama, blah, blah, blah. You know what came out of my mouth? I said, who is Obama? The guy looked at me and said, what? And you call yourself a lawyer? You don't know who Obama was? I was ashamed of myself. You know, I was angry with the guy, but inside me, I knew that I had messed up. Why? Because I was ignorant. That is why you need to keep yourself abreast. Personal development is very key. Know what is happening in the news. I'm not saying listen to negative news. As a matter of fact, this Corona period, I don't listen to news like before. But be abreast of what is happening. Personally, you know, your mental capacity should be at par, so that wherever people are talking, you can talk if the lies on you to talk. You're not just saying, okay, I agree. Those are the things that kills. And you know that there are vultures out there. There are hyenas out there ready to tear you apart. That is why you must be, you know, the Bible says that study to show yourself approved. You must be well learned. You must keep abreast. Personally develop yourself. Refill your tank from time to time. It is extremely important. Don't stay in obscurity. Sometimes we are in obscurity because that is where the devil wants to keep us. And when you are in obscurity, your self-worth would be zero. Because you yourself know that you don't know anything. You are just in darkness. You don't know what is happening. Your mental capacity is rubbish. That is why you must make attempt to develop yourself. So let's go on. Develop yourself. Read up. Go to Google. You know, you see some people. There was last week I saw something online. A guy was lashing out at his followers that he put something online and they are countering it. They are arguing with him that these things are on Google. You know, I felt ashamed of myself. Like, oh, these people don't read. Go to Google. Everything you want in this life, they are on Google. Search before you come on social media to ask or to argue on things that you don't know. Look for information online. There is nothing in this life that you cannot find online. No. I remember when I started my journey as a publisher, when God called me a publisher, even before I knew what it entailed. And you know, at that point, I'd already published 3 books by myself before God called me a publisher and that I was going to do this and do that. So, you know, and I noticed that online, I see when people want to advertise their books, they use beautiful graphics. The book might be an ebook, but I will see this graphic. The book will be looking big. It will be looking very solid and standard. I didn't know what it was called. I'm talking about 2018 January. So I went to Google this particular day and I typed it that what makes a book cover look so big and beautiful. That was what I typed in Google. And voila, mock-ups came out at me. It is called mock-ups. And that was how my journey as a publisher began. God had called me a publisher, but I was not equipped in what it was to be a publisher. The owners now lied on me to go out there, seek for information, be learned, build my skill as a publisher so that I can stand my 2 feet and tell the world that I am a publisher. So there is nothing, no matter how foolish it sounds, type it on Google. It will bring out answers for you. So let's go on. Yes, for women, I want to say this for women. Some of us women, we want to build our self-worth by bleaching our skins. Please don't do that. And enhance your beauty, but don't alter it. Enhance your beauty, but don't alter it. If you are caramel skin, don't turn your skin into a white skin. If you are dark skin, don't turn your skin into a white skin. Look for creams that can bring out your original color. Creams that can make you glow. Not creams that will change you into something else. You know, I live abroad and I noticed that many black women, most especially Nigerians, they want to blend their skin into white people's skin. Perhaps they don't, their self-worth is depleted. So they feel that when they bleach their skin, they are going to be able to fit in, and these white people will be able to accept them. So by doing this, they use harsh chemicals on their skin. They destroy their skin because they are trying to build their self-worth. At the end of the day, these creams, this body creams and lotions destroys their skin, and their skin starts looking, disfigured, discoloration here and there, black patches, looking like an embalmed skin, like someone that is in the mortuary. Then when you see these women, maybe you're trying to talk to them face to face, they will be evading you. You're trying to look at them and talk to them. They're hiding their face because of what? They've destroyed their skin. They are looking for self-worth from external factors, which ended up damaging their self-worth. So the self-worth that they're even trying to build ended up being damaged. So enhance your beauty as women. Look for things that will make your natural beauty shine forth, but don't alter your beauty. Don't say, oh, my breast is flat, I want to go and lift it. You lift it, and at the end of the day, the silicone in the best bust. What happens to your self-worth? Your self-worth goes back to zero. The self-worth that you're trying to build by altering your body or altering your skin becomes extremely depleted. So women, let's take caution. Let's take caution. Look for things that will enhance your beauty, not things that will alter yourself or alter your body structure. It depletes our self-worth. The breast that you're trying to make, to look in a kind of way that isn't natural. At the end of the day, when the silicone bursts, the breast becomes flat. Then your self-worth is depleted. You won't be able to go out like you used to. You won't be able to walk boldly like you used to. That is why I said that external factors does not build our self-worth. Your self-worth must be built from the inside. It is what you have inside of you that can manifest, that can help you to grow your self-worth. Mamudupe said that bleaching does not bring or give acceptance. It destroys their skin with all kinds of skin. Exactly, ma. All kinds of skin diseases. People begin to look like, cancer. These are the things that gives cancer later in life. Women looking like embalmed, like a dead body because they've destroyed their skins in the process of trying to build their self-worth. All these things does not build their self-worth. It is what you have on the inside of you. It is the word of the Lord, the way you see yourself through the eyes of the Lord, the way you've accepted yourself, warts and all the negative parts of you, imperfections, accepting it, building your self-esteem, loving yourself. Those are the things that build our self-worth. You are worthy. It is how you carry yourself that will determine how other people would view you. Don't go and alter your body or alter your skin because you are trying to build your self-worth. It doesn't, the end result is always terrible. So, let me see. What's the time now? We're trying to keep to time so that we don't just keep talking and talking. So, let's go on. Let me see. Hope I'm not missing out anything. Yes, external validation. You can't find your self-worth through external validation. Your self-worth comes from inside of you. It is very important that we build our self-worth, no matter the amount of clothes. Women, you see women competing with one another. Competition, unhealthy competition, because they want to fit in. They want to belong. They want to build their self-worth. They want to be able to stand shoulder to shoulder with their mates. No. All those things that you're acquiring, all those things that you're trying to, those external factors that you're trying to acquire in order to build your self-worth, they end up doing a lot of damage to you. Your self-worth starts from what you put inside of you, how you view yourself through the eyes of the Lord. Those are the things that build your self-confidence from the inside. The kinds of knowledge that you have, the wisdom that you've garnered by your experiences. So please, women, let's take caution. Be proud of your skin color. Yes, Mamudupe said that. Be proud of your skin color. They admire our skin in my line of duty. Exactly, ma. I know how many compliments I get here for my skin color. You don't need to bleach yourself because you want to look like an Oyibo. You want to look like an Oyibo. There was one day I was going out. I think I was in the car and I saw this woman. I saw her walking along the road. I turned my face. Then I looked at her again. Is she actually an Oyibo woman? What happened to her skin? I looked at her where I realized that she's a black woman. But she had changed her skin color. You know what? They are ash creams that they are selling now that they call it, what do they call it? that makes them look white. I think that was the cream that that lady used. She has destroyed her skin. Someone has seen that as if she peeled the first layer of her skin off just because she wants to build herself, or maybe she feels that people are looking down at her. That's not it. You are loved however it is you look. Carry yourself with the, and parents, please, it is very important. Let us build the self-worth of our children right from the cradle. Tell your children, of course, we have to let them know that life is not one smooth sail. But don't belittle your children. Don't belittle them. Don't make them feel, don't compare them with another child. Don't make them feel that they are not good enough. Don't tease them. Don't allow people to tease your children unnecessarily. Let them develop their self-respect right from when they are children. Those are the things that will help them in order to be able to manage themselves when they get out there. There are vultures out there that are ready to destroy our self-esteem, ready to tear our self-confidence down, ready to, finish us and make us look as if we are inconsequential. But it is this thing that you have pumped into your children right from the house, right from the home. Those are the things that will make them to stand, so that they will not look at themselves through the opinions of what people have about them. Because some people lack self-worth, their greatest skill is to belittle others in order to they feel that when they bring people down, it boosts their own self-worth. But when you have successfully raised a child that knows their self-worth, there's nothing that you say, it doesn't make any meaning to them. They are not affected. Why? Because you have done a perfect job as a parent in helping them to build their self-esteem. So self-worth is very, very key. You can't even enter into purpose appropriately if your self-worth is low. If you feel unworthy, if I was still feeling, there was a time that my self-esteem was not that, I could be very bold and confident, but there are still some things. There were still some fears. There was still trauma. There were still some things that were limiting me. So in those times, I couldn't even operate in the purpose for which the Lord has created me. In the path that the Lord wanted me to go, I could not fully operate in them until I dealt with those things and I began to see myself through the eyes of the Lord. That is only the time that you can manifest fully, when you have dealt with those negative things that are eating at your self-worth. So yes, parents, stop comparing children. Allow them build their self-worth and self-confidence. Exactly. Don't compare children. Oh, your sister is the one that won this thing in school. You are just an olodo. It's a volleyball. You are a nincompoop. You don't know anything. You are very stupid. Don't say that to your children. Those voices rings in the heads of children, even into adulthood. They never forget. They never forget. So let's do better. So my closing remarks, because we want to be disciplined on this platform. If it's 1 hour, then it's 1 hour. So my closing remark is, we talked about the 4 components of building a healthy self-worth, and they are self-respect, self-love, self-esteem, and self-acceptance. Begin to accept yourself. Even if people don't accept you, never mind. Accept yourself, accept your imperfections, then begin to evolve into a better you. Self-acceptance is key in building a healthy self-worth. And if your self-worth is high, then you can manifest in whatever it is that the Lord wants you to manifest in. If the Lord says, go, I want you to stand on that podium and do this, you will stand solidly without being afraid. You will confront your fears, because why? You are seeing yourself through the eyes of the Lord. You have been able to build a healthy self-worth for yourself. Yes, Sister Tosin said that children don't forget. Exactly. They don't forget. You have to, as an adult, I had to make, deliberate effort, intentional effort to kill those voices that I've heard while I was young. The voices of the critics, the voices of your parents, the voices of the bullies in your life, the voices of those friends that belittled you, So please, let's make extra effort to build our children's self-worth. Then surround yourself with people that understands your boundaries. Surround yourself with positive people. As an adult, I have made intentional, I became very intentional about the kinds of voices that I allow in my life. I don't listen to any other voices anymore. I realized that, okay, I'm a very sensitive being, and I should guard my heart, guard my ears, guard my eyes from the kinds of voices that I allow to penetrate into my being. Because by the time the devil successfully uses those voices to penetrate into my being. I won't be able to function in the capacity that the Lord wants me to function in. So please, let us guard ourselves diligently. Let us build our self-worth. It's a deliberate effort. Your self-respect, let it be intact. Your self-esteem, make sure it is positive. Self-acceptance, accept yourself. Even if everybody rejects you, make sure you accept yourself. Confront those fears. Affirm yourself positively. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind with yourself. Love yourself. It is how you love yourself that will extend to other people. You can't give what you don't have. Love yourself, cheer yourself up, be your best cheerleader. When nobody is clapping for you, clap for yourself. I have a sister, alias Bibi Ray Midepel. She always says it that if nobody is clapping for me, I will clap. I learned that from her. So if nobody is clapping for you, or people are trying to make you feel unworthy, clap for yourself. Clap for yourself. Don't allow whatever it is you see around you to enter into your mind. Clap for yourself. Believe that you are doing well. Believe that you are doing good. And you see yourself evolving into a higher version of you. So thank you very much today for joining us on this program. If you are just joining us, or if you are just, you just joined us, because I realized that the number grew shortly before this time. My name is Oluwatosin Olajumoke Arodudu. I'm the creative director of Hadar Creations. Hadar Creation is a publishing, design, and brand development company. Our core niche is publishing books, designing t-shirts, building logos, and creating a brand identity for businesses. Today, if you are watching us from the Today's Woman Discovery Talk Show page, this program that we are doing is a corporate social responsibility by Hadar Creation as an organization. We do this program in order to coach and to mentor people into, into discovering their identity and evolving into a higher version of themselves, which in turn will cascade into them building economic capacity. And when you're able to build the economic capacity for yourself, it cascades into your family. Everybody around you is able to benefit from that power. So that is what we're doing at Hadar Creations. And if you have not gotten this book, Identity, go and get a copy. It is written by me, Oluwatosin Olajumoke Arodudu. It is on self-discovery, purpose, and leadership. As a woman who had no economic power years ago, I had to go through the journey of finding myself. And, when I found my identity, I knew the purpose for which I was created, and I've been able to build economic capacity just because I found my identity. So that is why we have this program, Today's Woman's Discovery Talk Show, in order to, to coach and to mentor people out of obscurity. And we pray that anyone who watches our programs, whatever program you watch on this platform, something is going to be unleashed in you. Something is going to open up in you, which will make you evolve into a higher version of you, which will make you begin to walk in the purpose for which you were created. So if you're just joining us, go through our timeline on the Today's Women's Discovery Talk Show page. Invite your friends to like the page. Enjoy our videos. We have a lot of videos that you can learn from and that can make you evolve into a better you. So thank you, our viewers. Ma Modupe, thank you for joining us today. I'm so grateful to see you. Thank you, ma. God bless you. Pastor Vera, thank you, ma. God bless you, ma. Oluwakemi, my friend and my sister, thank you so much. I'm so happy to see you. Kemi, thank you for moderating under Hadar Creations. God bless you. And every other person that is watching us, I can't see your comment, but thank you so much for joining us. And we hope to see you next week. We normally do book readings and we bring guests to talk about different topics, that can enlighten us as a society. So next week, during the week, we will let you know the topic that we are bringing. Once again, if you have not gotten a copy of Identity, go and get a copy. We've had a lot of testimonies on this book. Even in this book, there is self-worth inside. I just didn't read because of our time. I didn't want, the time to go. Page 76 is about self-worth. So get a copy, everything. Somebody said that identity is a secret. She said that Shiri, like life secret, is in this book. That's the truth. It's a book that I wrote by myself, and it has also blessed me. It's like a revelation for me, and it's unleashed a higher version of me. So get a copy. It's 5,000 naira in Nigeria. Order a copy from Amazon and be blessed by it. So at this point, I'll be drawing the curtain on the program, but let me just play. Let me play some songs. Yeah. Thank you, ma. You know we know. Yes, before we go, I remembered something now. You see, some people allow their self-worth to go down because of what they see around them. Maybe somebody whose self-esteem is very high, then they begin to feel small because they feel that person, this person is too much, I cannot blend in. People would only show you what they want you to see. Look at me. Can you see this chain? You see that is one, right? Let me show you something. This chain is actually, let me see. This chain is actually 3. It's actually 3. But I threw this one. I threw it to the back. Can you see? I threw it to the back because it was looking too heavy. I couldn't separate the chain. It was so heavy for me. I didn't want it to be looking that flashy. So I threw the other 2 parts of the chain to the back of my dress. But can you see? Did you see that? Did you notice? Is there any sign that I have 2 chains behind me? Because I didn't show you. So people are only going to show you what they want you to see. And this is why you must be your own best cheerleader. And because people are showing you the only things that they want you to see, it doesn't mean that they are pretending. They've only just mastered the art of bringing out their best selves, because that is how they deal with life. So you also learn how to bring out your best self. Learn how to show your best self. It doesn't matter how you feel, it doesn't matter what you're going through. Show your best self so that you can attract good things. Don't dwell in self-pity. Self-pity kills our self-worth. So let me continue the song then before we draw the curtain on the show. Just say yeah, name of Jesus. Just say yeah. Just say yeah. Just say yeah. Thank you, ma. And Mavera said your programs are a blessing to me. Thank you, ma. God bless you. Thank you, ma. Glory, 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 glory. Yes, glory, 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 glory. Send down your glory. Thank you, Sister Toasting. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. Glory, glory, glory. Bring down your glory. Glory, 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 glory. Let the Lord pour down his glory over us. So let me do the last advert, then we draw the curtain on the show for today. Finally, the advert I'll be playing is Hadar Creations, our t-shirts, and some of the things that we'll do. Okay, so let me see the comments. Thank you, ma. God bless you. Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely week. God bless you. See you same time next week in Jesus' name. Bye.